How are you so comfortable in front of the camera? I could never.
The What's Eating You podcast is a series of mental health topics that are designed to make you think, learn, educate, and validate. Enjoy the show.
Welcome back to another episode on the What is Eating You podcast. I'm your host and psychologist, Stephanie Giorgio, and today I have a return of a very special guest, my dad. Welcome back, Andrew Giorgio. How are you today?
I'm very, very well. Thank you.
Did you have a good day with me?
Yes, wonderful day. Very, very exciting time and lots of laughs and learned a lot of things.
So what Dad is referring to is today we actually I filmed and Dad came along as my hype man for a Channel 31 segment. Now, I'm not sure when this is going to get aired, but if you're listening to this, stay tuned. So basically, it's called the Come Up Starter Kit. And what they do is they interview different people in different professions, entrepreneurs, people who have different life experiences, who are in different careers. And he connected with me on TikTok, and this was Shankar, and we had actually connected on LinkedIn, and he said, hey, do you want to come on this segment for Channel 31? And I was like, yeah, of course, because TV is a massive goal of mine. Well, I love being in front of the screen, so it's not really a surprise, but I thought, you know what, out of all the people I could take, I want to take my dad. And he was awesome. He spoke to so many people and took the background shots and took all the videos. So I'm very grateful. Thank you for coming today, Dad, and thank you for taking all the background shots. Is it what you expected?
Well, I didn't know what to expect. It was new to me, but yes, I seemed to have fitted right in. I was at ease. I felt relaxed. I felt part of the team there.
Oh, he put the headphones on. He's like, I'm the sound man. It was really nice. So I thought I'll make this episode about how can you go for your dreams, or how can you do the things you want to do, whether it's be on social media, whether it's put yourself out somewhere, whether it's take a risk, because I believe I get a lot of this from my dad from a very young age. And we were reflecting on this today, like, where do we get this from, this desire or this enjoyment of being in front of the screen, of talking to people, of being extroverted. And I know for me, from a young age, Dad would always encourage me to talk to people. So I was as young as 4 or 5 years old, and we had a family business at Queen Victoria Market. And my parents would take me and they'd say, Steph, talk to the customers, or go sell a necklace, or go, and they encouraged me to speak to people. And when we would also go to Bunnings, Dad would put me in the playground and say, go talk to other kids, go say, what's your name? What's your favorite color? So I would just go up to random kids and be like, my name is Steph. What's your name? Where did that come from, Dad? How did you teach us this, and why?
I don't know, because my parents were not like me at all, So it's not something that I was taught. It just, I don't know, in my own stuff, I don't know.
Have you always been extroverted growing up?
Extroverted, yes. I've always been the guy that would like to go, if ever I went anywhere, whether it was the beach, the barbecue, the park, I would happily talk to anybody, how to strike a conversation. Whether I went fishing and there were other fishermen there, I would definitely, strike up a conversation about the day's fishing, what they caught, etc. But even people that were not participating in the same sport, I found it very easy to communicate.
And I love that you always take an interest in people. And this is why I believe you build such a strong rapport with people and you are so liked, because you show an interest in other people. You ask so many questions. You pick up people's accent. Like today, the lady who owned the studio, Tell them what happened.
Yes. Well, after working for 40 years at the Queen Vic Market, it's become a bit of a hobby of mine to pick up the background, the country of origin, the accent of certain people. Well, there was this girl there. She was darker skinned, But she was not Indian, definitely not Indian like the other two, Shankar and the other girl. I wish this name escapes me. So I'm listening to her talking to me, listening, and then I definitely sort of narrowed it down to not Vanuatu, Mauritius. And I said to her, can I ask, is your background from that little island next to Africa? Mauritius escaped me. And she goes, my God, Mauritius, no one in Australia. Well, how did you do it? Yeah.
Yeah, and he's so good at talking to people and picking up on accents and showing an interest in people. And if you're someone who wants to become more confident or more extroverted, become really interested in other people, ask them questions. And as I get older, I notice myself doing this more and more, especially if you're in the spotlight or you're on social media. You know, a lot of influencers or people in the spotlight, it's really me, and it becomes about you. And it's funny when you meet people, they'll say, oh, you're so genuine, you're so nice, you're so kind. But I think it's important to be kind, and it's important to speak to people. Today I was speaking to the crew, or speaking to the people working behind the scenes. I found out they were students of the university I went to, and it's just really refreshing to give everyone the time of day and attention and get an interest in them.
Totally agree. It doesn't have to be the boss of the company, but the guy opening the door to you, the concierge. Show interest, you know, be a good human being.
I love that. Be a good human being. So how can we actually start to make steps in increasing our confidence? This is the key question. The first thing I would ask yourself is, what is it you want to actually achieve? What is your goal? So for me, it really was about getting on TV, getting in front of the screen, doing all of that. Yes, I have felt very comfortable in front of the camera. I am comfortable, but that's because I do it every day of my life. I've always done it, probably since 2018, 20, even earlier. I mean, Instagram was mainly photos, but I've always been happy to talk and participate. So the only way you're going to get more comfortable, which brings me to my next point, is to practice what it is you want to be confident at doing. If you want to be a confident public speaker, you have to public speak. You know, you can do all the one-on-one therapy, but at some point you're going to have to stand up and speak in front of people. So the first thing is defining what it is you want to become better at. 2, starting to practice it no matter how hard it is. Was there anything, Dad, you wanted to become good at or become more confident at that you can think of off the top of your head? And then how you did it?
I can't think. Look, public speaking, I know public speaking is the biggest fear of most people suffer from. But I've never, that never bothered me, you know. I mean, whether it was a wedding, whether it was a function or whatever, I wouldn't think twice if somebody asked me to say a few words. I would do it. It just didn't worry me or, you know, faze me at all.
And then I feel we just become the people who talk. It's so funny. One of my friends is very introverted and she's very shy. And she's like, I purposely make friends with you because you can handle the conversation. You can handle the awkwardnesses, or you fill in the gaps. And that was so interesting because I didn't realize that. I just thought, oh, I'm just such a natural at talking. But then I would also feel rude being introverted. It's so weird. Not that being an introvert is rude, but I think, how do you not talk? Like, how do you stay silent? It's a weird thing. But the second thing was practice. So whatever it is you want to become more confident at, you have to practice it. So practice recording yourself on your phone. You don't have to post it on social media, but just start somewhere. Or if you want to be more confident in your body, start wearing the clothes you want to be more confident in. People think I need to lose weight before I feel more confident. No. You just need to shop at the right places that make you feel good in your own skin. Now, on that topic, it also comes with a whole mindset. Now, mindset is a pretty big term, but I'm going to really break it down. Your thoughts control your behavior. So if you're someone who thinks, this is so embarrassing, I've got nothing important to say, why would I write that message? Why would I put that on social media? It's going to look stupid. People are going to laugh. My family and friends are going to think, oh, what? Do they think they're an influencer now? And I know I use a lot of social media examples, but I think it's just relatable to the theme of putting yourself out there. And new thoughts equal new behavior. If you think these thoughts to yourself, your behavior is not going to be recording yourself and putting on social media. Now, let's relate it back to body image. If you think to yourself, I'm going to look so fat in that skirt, I shouldn't be going shopping at this size, I don't deserve nice clothes, I don't deserve a partner, I'm not good enough, I'm too fat, your behavior is going to be a lot of avoidance. You're not going to go out. You're not going to go dating. You're not going to do things that would otherwise prove these beliefs wrong. And I was listening to Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he was saying this. He's like, if you want to change your reality, you have to change parts of your personality. And I thought, ooh, but we're taught that personality is stable and it's like plastic, it's moldable, but essentially you can't really change it. But I definitely believe you can change your thoughts. I know this. We know this from neuroplasticity, and we know this from psychological science. If you change your thoughts, you change how you feel, and that changes your behavior. Let me show you an example. So going into today, into this filming experience, I said to myself, I am so excited. People are like, are you nervous? No, I changed nerves for excitement. I'm excited. I'm going to crush it. It's going to be so fun. This is going to be an amazing experience with my dad. If I stuff up, who cares? They just edit it out. Oh, what if my outfit doesn't look good? I don't think those things. I used to, and it used to paralyze me. But I know through my training, I know through my experience, and I know through the results in others that your thoughts change your reality, because your perception is your reality at the end of the day. So by thinking these thoughts, I felt good. I felt motivated. I felt pumped. And guess what? My behavior was that. My behavior was excited. It was pumped. It was flawless. It was seamless. I mean, it wasn't flawless and seamless, but it was pretty good. So if you are going to go into a situation, you need to ask yourself, what am I thinking when it comes to this thing I want to do? If you want to become more confident, what area is that? What you want to achieve? What are my thoughts when it comes to this? Are these thoughts helping me or are they harming me? Are you just constantly thinking, I don't want to binge, I don't want to purge, I don't want to engage in disordered eating? Or are you actually saying to yourself, I'm going to sit through the next binge urge, or I am going to get through the next episode, or I'm not going to binge. I'm going to go home, watch TV, and even if I binge, I'm not going to engage in purging, because the way you think shapes your reality, and then your reality essentially shapes your life. If you are wanting to upgrade your mindset and do a bit of a reset, you can check out my course, Unchain Your Brain. This is great for people who struggle with overthinking, anxiety, overwhelm, or negative thoughts. It's an online 4-week course you do at your own pace. The link is in my profile. To summarize what we've spoken about, becoming more confident is a 3-part process. 1, define what it is you want to become more confident to do. The second thing is take steps to practice moving in the direction of that. So no, you don't have to go wear a bikini today, but practice even just wearing your bikini around the house or before you do something or feeling comfortable. It's exposure therapy. And the more you expose yourself to these situations, the less daunting they're going to become. You want to be a better public speaker, practice speaking. I used to practice in the shower. I used to practice in the mirror. I still rehearse. You have to warm yourself up. And the third thing is change your thoughts when it comes to that behavior. Remember, thoughts that fire together wire together. So think of a thought as practice. The more you practice a negative thought, the better you're going to become at thinking negatively about yourself. Whereas the more you practice effective thoughts, and they don't have to be positive, the more you're going to wire and think better about yourself. Do you think I wake up every day saying, don't post a TikTok, don't record a video, you're going to sound stupid, it's going to be crap? No, because then I would start to rehearse that and solidify that in my brain. Why would I do that? Why would you do that? So stop calling yourself a bad mum. Stop saying you're not doing enough. Stop saying you're lazy. Stop saying you should be doing more. Because remember, you're going to repeat them and it's going to become stronger in your brain, and that's going to become solidified. So we need to unlearn and relearn the new beliefs that are going to foster our new reality. So remember, create your reality by changing parts of your personality that do not serve you. And it starts by recognizing what behaviors you want, recognizing what thoughts you need to do that behavior, and dismantling those old thoughts and practicing the new ones. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Dad has just stepped out to get a bottle of wine, so I do apologize that he's not here to say goodbye, but we might film another episode when he's back. Hope you enjoyed this. Have the best day, and I will see you on the other side. Bye for now.